What's up, everybody? Welcome to TPI, the Total Podcast Idiot Show, where we cover everything and anything related to Hardwood, the best game in the entire universe. I'm idiot number one, Robert. That's idiot number two, Andrew, right there. Andrew, how you doing today?
I'm pretty good. Let's see, we're 26 games into the season, a little over halfway through the conference season. Things are looking pretty good for my teams, I would say. Well, no, one of my teams dropped from first to sixth today with the loss, so that was pretty rough.
Yeah, that was rough. But you currently have a team sitting where, sir?
Atop, well, I guess we're number two today. We were atop the D2 RPI rankings.
Are they number two?
But
San Diego.
yeah, we're number two today. Yeah, but we're the number one projected seed, overall seed in the tournament. So I mean, can't complain overall. Pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah. Interesting because so you and San Diego have the same RPI at 628, but his strength of schedule is 18 points stronger than yours, 544 to 526. But you've only lost 3 games and he's lost 4 games. So
yeah, but like that conference 5.8, that's like we talked about it a little bit. They had, I don't know if they still do. I mean, I can check on the forums because Kokomo Mantis posts it like every day or posts updates a lot. But they had like 11 teams or something, 13 teams in the top 100 for RPI, like 10 games into the season or something. And obviously like that's going to fall off a bunch, but I think they have at least 8 teams in the tournament picture. So, it's like, that's a really strong conference for sure.
They have 12 in the top 100 right now of RPI.
Oh, wow. So even better. Yeah, that's really good.
So San Diego's first, Hardin Simmons is 12, Weber State's 14, Carnegie Mellon's 21, High Point's 23, and East Texas is 28. So that means they have 6 teams in the top 30 of RPI.
Wow. High Point is what again?
28 or 23, 23.
Wow. 23. Well, still, they were like top 5, top 3, I think, early. I'm not that, like, 12 games into the season or something.
Yeah.
Maybe 20 games in the season. So they've dropped off a decent amount, which is kind of surprising, but still obviously really good.
23rd in RPI, but they're sitting at 17-9 on the season. So that's a considerable amount of losses to still be that high. I mean, all these teams really have strong SOS. Illinois is 46 in RPI. They're 15-11.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I said, it's just a really strong conference,
Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry to everyone, watching and listening, because we're recording like a day late and we're going to upload a day late. So, things happen, but we're getting it done, right? We're going to make this episode happen.
Yes, we are a day late, but we can change the narrative around that and say that we're recording a special Monday episode.
True.
Which is how I would have preferred to frame it.
Well, yes.
I know our viewers come to expect Sunday. I get it.
How are you doing though? How's your teams and Hardwood life and I guess life? Okay.
We are recovering. The Santa Clara Broncos are recovering from our thrashing at the hands of the Pengoose.
I mean, good old really, Penguins. That's why we didn't record yesterday, obviously, right?
Oh, clearly, yeah, I didn't have any sort of life emergency. It was a Hardwood emergency, so yeah, so I couldn't record. I mean, it just couldn't happen. And if you didn't look, which I know everybody probably did because they knew we were playing each other, Andrew's Dominican University of California Penguins beat my Broncos 89-67. But it was, again, a tale of two halves. 35-33 at halftime. You had a 54-34 second half.
Yeah, I mean, good coaching.
I guess he wore us down.
I don't even know. I didn't look at, the game log or anything. I know you were a bit more fatigued than my team, but
yeah,
it's like
I didn't expect
lots of things.
I didn't expect my team to have more turnovers than yours because I pressed a lot. So I was hoping that would pay off in terms of the turnover department.
Yeah, I noticed that. I mean, I thought the turnovers would be close. I thought I would have more. I was really surprised you pressed, 47% of the time, and I had like 13 turnovers or something, like very few. I thought I might have like 15. I mean, not that 13 and 15 are that different, but I definitely thought I'd have number. More too.
Yeah. I had looked at your matchup with Slippery Rock. And I know they pressed you a lot, like 40%. And that you had a higher turnover number that game, and Stuckey struggled a little bit. So I was thinking about recreating that, but I guess my boys just couldn't hold up. Stuckey dropped 11 assists.
Yeah, I mean, it could be any number of things though. It's, as we discussed in our tactics episode and just throughout all of the times we've recorded, it's like, it could have been that I was at home in against Slippery Rock. I was away. It could just be a lot of things. I don't know.
I also think it's really interesting to note the fact that your average shot distance made was 6.5 feet and mine was 13. So it just goes to show you the difference in our team philosophies.
Well, I mean, like my team, I know we didn't take a lot of threes, and like against you, we just have historically not taken a lot of
which
threes.
Is weird because your team hits a lot of threes.
Yeah, my team like doesn't. I certainly don't try to focus inside. As a team overall, like sometimes my guys, like my green lights are maybe more inside focused. I don't think they were against you, truthfully. But like it is weird because I remember that one game against you last season. I shot like 8 threes, and I was like, why in the world did I only take 8 3-pointers?
Yeah. Maybe I don't know.
So
maybe it's the fact
weird
that I pressure and extend defense. Maybe that's just, I don't know. But
yeah, certainly possible.
Your team took 13 threes and Sir Otis Newton took 9 of them. It's just a shame he only hit 3.
Hey, I mean, 3 3-pointers is not bad. 3 for 9 is okay. I'm not hating on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely like the sharpshooter of the starting lineup, I'd say. So
yeah, he's a pretty good shooter besides Clevenger.
There's one guy. Well, yeah, Clevenger's good, but he's not like the long range shooter typically.
I mean, he's hitting 46% from 3 on 4.3 attempts a game.
Well, that's just because he's good.
Yeah, that's a long range shooter.
Imagine if he had like the description could be a long range shooter and like had 17 or whatever in that, I
don't really understand why he's shooting like 90% from the free throw line.
What do you mean? Like, you think that's higher or less?
I think it's higher than I would have expected because I've had players with much higher outside shot and shooting range values.
Oh, well, I don't know then. Yeah, I mean,
the free throw shooting seems to be pretty weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it kind of is. I really don't pay attention to it that much. Obviously I'm like, oh, my team shot poorly during a game or something, but like, I don't know. I've rarely paid attention to it for recruiting, season performance as a whole for a team or players. So, I mean, it's nice to hit your shots, but I don't really like pay attention to it.
We said that for free throw shooting, the most important stat was
outside shooting. I'm pretty sure.
Shooting, right?
Yeah.
Like, so for example, Peyton Calvert, right, from Oswego, a 16 outside shot, an 18 shooting range, but he hits 69% of his free throws.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't make sense.
I don't know. Yeah, that really doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, I mean, 16.
His inside shot is a 7, so maybe inside shot has much more of a. Although Clevenger's inside shot is 7. Okay, so this doesn't make any sense.
I mean, I don't know the number of attempts too, because like Clevenger, I don't think takes that many, to be honest.
He's taking 2.6 a game.
Yeah, that's not that much.
But Calvert's taking 2.5 a game.
Well, then I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't.
I mean, that could still just be small sample, because like I said, it's not that many. So, a difference of 4, made or missed, could make a huge difference. I don't know. Right.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose, but Peyton Calvert's never been a good free throw shooter. Is the weird part. It just doesn't add up because there's like a case study 1, case study 2 should be very comparable, and yet one is hitting 90, one's hitting 69.
I mean, okay, so the answer you're probably looking for is like the game just likes me more, obviously.
Shut the fuck. Shut the
hell up. All right, that's enough of our teams, I guess. I mean, if you want to keep talking about them, I'm certainly welcome to.
We could talk about our teams for like an hour, but nobody would listen.
For sure. Yeah. So if you've skipped all of that previously, now you're here. What's today's episode going to be about?
Today we're just going to talk about, a little bit about the tournament tab. The tournament tab popped up, maybe 3-4 days ago? I don't remember the exact day.
Yeah, I want to say about 3 or 4 days ago. Yeah.
So the tournament tab popped up, which, the second it pops up, like, I think it was a little bit more than halfway through the season, you can really make some drastic, like, whoa, wait a second, what's going on here? What's going on there? because a lot of times, like for example, we'll see in D2, and we've talked about previously in the past, teams will have really good records or be ranked or be undefeated and yet not be a 1 seed. We think back to last season with Bowling Green. I mean, they were like going on 32-0 or something like that and still not a 1 seed, right?
Yeah,
which is just not something you're used to seeing.
Right. And I think for the past 3 seasons that we've really paid attention to this, we've seen a team in D2 undefeated and ranked, but not get a 1 seed. And we have that this time too, but like Bowling Green was like a 5 seed at this point or something. Like they were really low versus like the one this season, St. Edwards, they're 26-0, they're ranked 18th. Like they're at least a 2 seed. So it like,
it's not disgusting. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Bowling Green is just like crazy low. Like I think North Alabama was the other one from like a few years back.
Yep.
And I think they ended up a 1 seed. I'm not actually sure, but I mean, I guess I can check that. We can later.
Yeah.
I forget where they were like projected throughout the season, but yeah, we always get that type of thing happening. So yeah, similar.
It's funny because like, and a lot of people probably watched Selection Sunday yesterday for actual college basketball.
Oh, dude, that we could totally match it up. Well, I mean, I guess sorry, I guess we're not actually selecting team.
Yeah,
that would be awesome to like match up.
Yeah, I know exactly. But
sorry,
so Selection Sunday was yesterday, and a lot of the argument around teams and their seeding is, what's their record? How many quality wins do they have? Stuff like that. And of course it's factored in here, but then like in real life college basketball, of course you want to be like a 1, 2, 3, or 4 seed. Like that's just generally what you want to be. And you want to be in a weak bracket kind of thing, right? In Hardwood, it doesn't matter.
Right. I mean, we've seen how random it is.
We've seen 16s beat 1s.
North Alabama was a 3 seed actually that season. They went undefeated and they lost in the first round.
There you go.
Sheesh.
It literally just makes no sense. Like,
yeah,
we've talked about the fact that the tournament has a chaos factor to it, right? Where any given day, which the tourneys have, right? That's why UMBC beat Virginia. That's why 15s beat 2s. That's why the 12/5 is the most common upset, because there's the chaos factor. But like, it's a little bit more chaotic in this tournament, I'd say.
I think most people would say that. It always feels like that. I mean, I don't know. I haven't like run the math or anything, because we know this game is very like numbers and math algorithm based. And so, Steve has like very much developed the game using actual, what actually happens in real life basketball. He's talked about the turnovers specifically, in real life, they average 13. So he made it so turnovers average 13 here. But it always seems like, when our teams force 30 turnovers in a game, well, where's the -4 turnovers coming from then?
Yeah. So, something that Steve can't necessarily control, and we wouldn't want him to control, is the distribution of talent, right? Like, yeah, sure, we have 5 and 4 stars, right? But you can have a 3-star develop to like a 180 SI or something. Like Will Clevenger, for example, what is he, 181 at this point?
Yeah, he's 181. Yeah.
That can easily compete with the 4 and 5 stars. And that does happen in real life, but not to the same extent or to the breadth that it does in Hardwood.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. Like, we don't really hear about 3-star recruits in real life, but here, that's the bread and butter of even, teams and legends,
Yeah. So lots of differences, but I personally, I just love when the tournament or when the tourney tab pops up, because it's just so much fun to look at every day.
For sure. Yeah. So let's take a look at it.
Let's take a peek.
Yeah. So obviously, we like to start with D1. It's usually I don't know about the craziest, but it's easy. It's the easiest to like kind of see differences, because we see teams like Washburn here ranked 15th, but they're on the bubble. And like number 13 Iona is a projected 1 seed. So like I don't know, there's always interesting cases, right? And do you see any weird cases throughout here, other than like Washburn, probably the craziest?
I mean, Sacred Heart, right? Sacred Heart's 25th and they're all the way down. I don't remember what seed that is, but yeah, they're down towards the bottom here.
Quick either.
Yeah. I mean,
10 or 9.
The rankings just throw you off because St. Mary's is number 22, but they're like the top 3 seed, right? And then right below them, West Virginia is the top 4, Ursinus is the top 5. So like, I don't know, it's just confusing. Like, I think that we shouldn't look at the actual rankings more than like the RPI.
Yeah, I mean, and that's always the case. Like, clearly RPI is going to affect, these differences, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, when you go to it, St. Mary's is number 9. So, I think they deserve that 3 seed projected. Obviously things change. But Ursinus is 17. And so for them to be a 5 seed seems kind of low. I agree.
Yeah.
And then West Virginia?
West Virginia is number 6.
Yeah, I don't even see them in the top 50. Remember, I like previewed them in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And
they're 14.
Oh, they're like 14 actually. Whoa, that seems really low then. I'm scrub, yeah.
Oh, it's even the top 50.
It's hard to read, you guys.
I'm just messing with you.
No, you're good. You're good. But like, remember they weren't even in the top 120 or 125, right? They were like 130 something.
Yeah.
I remember.
They had a really weak non-con.
Yeah, they had a really weak non-con. Obviously being in the LL2, like that'll help, boost it throughout the season. So, they've started to move up. They're near the top now. So I guess that kind of works, but like I think Ursinus really, that seems a little low for where they are.
Where does Washburn currently sit in the? Oh, see, okay, Washburn is 7th in Legends.
Oh, so
with a 0 point differential.
We talked about that. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dang. Yikes.
I love the 0 point differential.
Hey, I mean, just surviving in Legends, that'd be my goal. So
yeah, straight up.
Yeah. Where's Washburn at? It's hard to read, guys. Oh, they were right above my team. I saw my team and I was like, hey, and then I didn't even see them. So I mean, like they're 80th, which isn't like crazy out of the picture, and obviously they're on the bubble. I guess they're just being helped by being in Legends. But like, we talk about RPI obviously being a factor, but we also talked about last season, like conference standing, like where you are really being a factor. Like this algorithm really hates it if you're in like 7th or 6th, 8th, whatever, and you have a higher RPI than like the 4th place team, but it's just not going to put you into the picture with that 4th place team. Like it can't do both. Yeah. Or it just won't favor you. Like it just seems to really favor conference standing a lot.
Which is why those not non-con, those conference games that you lose that you don't expect to lose can end up haunting you or being so large in the end.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And we all know that feeling.
Yeah. Let's take a peek at Legends real quick.
Sure. Yeah.
The conference
the best
itself.
way to get there.
Like that.
So Mississippi up top, always
by a lot.
Strong. Oh yeah, sheesh, by a lot. Like in point differential, like over double. 2 games up on 3 different teams. I mean, we talked about Mississippi last year. They made the Final Four, right? I think the Final Four last season.
Yeah.
And they've consistently had a good team. They have that super sophomore Jeff White.
181 SI sophomore, true sophomore.
Yeah. So just consistently good team and program, run by very silent one. Tough to argue about what they do here.
I mean, yeah, it's a great program. Yeah.
This 2-star they just signed. I know we don't really do recruiting. 40-inch vertical. Whoa.
Yeah.
But just 86 SI. I mean, like I saw this guy when I was searching for a big man. Like he's interesting, definitely. So it's interesting that Mississippi found him interesting too.
You gotta get the big men wherever you can get them from.
For sure. Yeah.
The size and the vertical.
What else did you want to look at here? What else do you notice?
Just kind of break down this current situation, right? So like your teams that you expect based on what we looked at last season and stuff, currently still doing well. Rochester, Butler is a little surprising to be up at 11-5.
Yeah.
Didn't we say that they were going to lose a lot?
They're still a strong. I mean, yeah, but I guess they're still a strong team. I mean, and we all know the bot can game plan like no human could ever.
Okay, so next season's the one that they're going to completely drop off.
Probably. I mean, right,
Yeah.
they would return Jimenez, who's a very good player. I
Jimenez
doubt
and
he'll be
Weathers.
enough.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be
Yeah.
enough for them to survive in Legends.
Yeah, but it's nice to have like a good small forward and then the big man to just, yeah, like sometimes that's enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I just don't know about in Legends. I mean, they have this kid, Sammy Holmes, he's a 4-star, but like he's not a power forward. He shouldn't be, you know, that's his listed position.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a small forward.
Yeah, and then they have some juniors who, I mean, they'll have to be helpful because otherwise they don't have much else.
Yeah.
Wow, they got a 4-star JUCO actually. Wow.
Oh wow, all JUCOs, huh? Okay, bot. Interesting.
Hey, that's what
the bot's like,
the
we need to
bot
stay up
does.
next season.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, okay. What else here?
I mean, pretty basic, right? Evansville, UCLA, Arsenis, Washburn. Those are all teams that we knew were really good. So it's not surprising to see them. I always love, no matter what, to see a point differential of 0 after 16 games. It's just so funny. It's just like, it's good stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Florida State fighting for survival. Huntington fighting for survival.
Wow. Florida State was, you know, they were a monster last year. And now they're just fighting for survival. Ooh.
Yeah.
We knew Huntington was going to struggle this season.
Florida State has a lot of talent to be fighting for survival. Wow.
Hey, it's tough. It's tough out there, I'm sure.
Tough out here in these legend streets. I know. And he's a 3-star.
Oh, that's Clevenger's future right there.
I knew you were gonna say
it. Yeah. I mean, this is just, it's tough. This is legends for you, I think. I don't know. It's a level I've never hit, so I don't know how to like analyze it, you know?
Yeah. And like you said, we knew Huntington was going to struggle this season, but like 1 game off from survival.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, the point differential.
Sure, yeah, but like he's still in contention is my point.
Hey, yeah, no, you're right. I mean, I'd say even IUPUI is maybe. I don't
know about that one.
Listen, you can always hope and dream, right?
I was gonna say the only 2 teams that I'm confident of going down are Simpson and IUPUI, but I mean, hopes and dreams are great.
It's what I feed off of. All right. What else do we got here? I guess let's go back to the tournament tab, right? And see if there's any anomalies. I don't know. It just doesn't seem very anomaly heavy right now, to be honest. Which, hey, good job to the computer, the algorithm here, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, some of the teams that we talked about, like Colorado, we identified, right? They're sitting at 21-5 in the bottom left there. We didn't talk about St. Leo. I don't remember. Yeah.
Well, St. Leo's been on the edge of the top 25 all year. Yeah. And now they've kind of hit like a weird downturn, I think, with a couple of recent losses, but like they've had a pretty solid year, I think.
Okay, so DePaul's in here. So
I think that seed makes sense.
But where's DePaul?
Wait, which?
No DePaul.
Oh no.
Only DePaul. No DePaul.
DePaul was the better one.
I mean,
DePaul
is the worst.
The better one. Oh, dude, they fell off a lot. They were good.
They fell off
by 2 games.
They were like
better than DePaul with an L.
Yeah.
Hey, that's enough though. You know, like we said, if you're in 6th, if you're in the middle of the conference, like you're gonna drop.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're not even on the bubble or out. They're just completely off the tournament page. But they could go on a couple game win streak. Some team could drop. They could end up in 3rd. And all of a sudden they're right back on the journey thing, you know?
They're 83rd. They're basically like me, you know? We're both like in 6th. We were sitting pretty good, you know?
Yeah, yours is wild, your situation with your conference.
Dude, don't even talk to me about it. Oh, tell me about it though, man.
Jeez, yesterday sitting in 1st place. Today, 6th.
Yeah. Like no lie, I was in 1st place yesterday. Then I lose to not even know who. Who did I lose to? Dayton? Yeah, Dayton. Dayton's a good team. So
yeah. I mean, obviously, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, UNC Asheville's super hot. 8-game winning through Greensboro. is super hot. 6-game winning streak. Man,
Oh,
rough.
you're on a 2L streak. Oh, so you had like a lead. You were 1 game up on teams because you were sitting at 4
I
losses.
guess. I
Yeah.
don't remember. I think I was tied with someone even still, but like I think they also like lost recently. So yeah. Yeah, it's a tough conference, but I'm not out of it yet. So
No,
you
not even by a
but
long shot.
in terms of tourney, I don't think this has many interesting teams, to be honest.
All those teams are good, right? And probably, but
Mhm.
would you say that's like a 1 bid league?
I mean, just looking at it here, Dayton is the only team in it, despite I think Brandeis was the leader.
Yeah.
So yeah, you would think it's only a 1 bid league. And Arizona's got an outside shot, even though they're like sitting 4th. So like Asheville isn't even in there right now. And obviously these can just change because teams go hot, teams get hot, go on winning streaks. But like, yeah, for now it's just, well, even if teams get hot, the teams might change, but like the number of teams, the like overall picture of the conference with respect to the tournament, it doesn't really change. So yeah, I think it's just a 1 bid league, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. And unless like Dayton wins out or gets really hot and then a conference tournament has a different winner, then maybe 2 teams sneak
Yeah,
in.
right.
But again,
Right. I think that would be kind of it. Yeah.
this is just the strength of conferences in D1 that, some of the conferences that aren't extremely strong are going to get 1 or 2 teams in max.
Yeah. Well, let's just make sure it's me. All right.
Yeah. Get to work. Get to work.
I'm trying. All right. I mean, record wise, is there any team that stands out that's like on the bubble or out?
I mean, Harvard, right? Sitting at 21-5.
Harvard,
It's
yeah.
currently out.
And you picked them as a kind of a pick to a team to look at, remember?
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
They're led by Joe Dix. He's like a
Joe
like a top 20. Yes, Joe Dix. He's like a top 20 guy in like all of Hardwood. He's a 186 SI, 4-star. Yeah.
You only know that because you check the top player list every time there's a player dev to see where Clevenger falls. You're such a tool.
Yeah, ain't wrong. Yeah, ain't wrong. Hey, listen, if you had someone that high, you would be doing it. Kerry Schultz next year, dude.
We'll see. The future home of Desean Cherry.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know about that.
Cherry's a development monster. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but he's just a 12 pot. And he started pretty low. He started like low 90s in college, dude.
He's already like 112. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Nothing else. I agree. Nothing else really stands out right now in terms of like peculiarities. I'm sure like North Alabama and Northern Kentucky feel like they should be in the picture more. Indiana State being 22-4, I guess, kind of stands out, but
yeah, I mean, maybe that'd be it. I'm sure Basoy's upset that he's towards the bottom, but like he's currently sitting in 8th in LL2 and he's still on out. So like that's a really strong conference. That just shows you the fact that it's a really strong conference.
Yeah, I think that's just a really strong conference. I think he would admit he's happy he's just surviving demotion, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. He's only 1 game off. I mean, he's 8-8, and then the first demotion team's 7-9. So
yeah, and you can see like 4 teams in from that conference with 2 more on the bubble, and then Azusa Pacific. So like, yeah, that's a tough conference.
Who's the 1 team out of the 8 that's on the outside looking in? Then Vanderbilt? No, Vanderbilt's there. What about San Jose State?
No, they're on the bubble.
What about Grand Valley State?
On the bubble.
Sacred Heart?
On in
Lincoln? West Virginia?
In
Louisville? Wait, there's 8 teams, and you've
pulled up. Oh, I missed. Oh, sorry.
You counted 7. I was like, huh?
Okay. Listen, the window with our faces was blocking Louisville.
Fair enough. It's all good. Okay, so all 8 teams.
To break the 4th wall there.
Okay. Glad we've settled that.
And hey, Louisville's the top overall projected top overall seed, so definitely a strong conference,
Yeah. Feels
It
good.
makes sense. They actually have the top RPI. And one team I wanted to shout out was LSU. Because they're still undefeated. They're number 3 in RPI. You can see they're 2 seed. So I guess they don't really trust them, but they're the top like LL4 team by like a couple seeds. I mean, Marist is the second highest for LL4 team. So yeah, I mean, LSU's having a really good season, number 12 ranking.
Yeah. So LSU is 26-0, Marist is 25-1, and then there's no teams that have 2 losses. It goes straight to 3.
Yeah.
So
wow. Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. I kind of want to see if LSU can pull off an undefeated season. There's some tough competition in this conference, though.
Is it really?
Yeah, like St. Joseph's, Co.
Hey, Wichita State. Hey, we beat Wichita State.
Who?
Dominican.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Quality win.
Wichita State played.
They're a really good team, though.
They've played 7 home games and 19 road games.
Wow. Well, hey, it was at home for me when I beat them. So
and LSU's played 17 home games and 9 road games. So presumably LSU is going to have to make up their road games.
Aren't like differences like that? I mean, like in some ways it's advantageous because like it helps your RPI, but like you kind of feel slighted, and like I'd feel like it's a little unfair. I mean, there's nothing you can do to control it, but like it definitely feels like things are a little imbalanced, and like, I like I said, I would try to look at the positive and be like, oh, it helps my RPI, but like, dude, that's tough.
I mean, we talked about this last season when every time we were bringing up conferences and stuff, and I was like, they've only played 12 road games. Like I hate it. Sure, it's probably a product of, the random generation of your non-con. Yeah, but still, like, that's a stark difference to be Wichita State and have only played 7 home games, and to be LSU and to have played 17 home games. That's a pretty big difference.
Yeah. That does seem like a pretty big difference. Yeah. Well,
shucks.
All right, let's move on to D2, shall we?
Let's just get it out of the way.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. My team is doing it really well. I enjoy it. Let's keep it going, y'all. If you want to learn how to beat me, then just DM me and I'll give you all the secrets.
You're an idiot.
But we talked about VA being really strong. Clayton State, I know Clayton State and Kansas. I mean, those top 2 teams up there for that conference, that's quite a battle for that title. So that'll be interesting to watch. Both are projected high seeds. Just 2 good teams there that I'm scared of.
That you're scared of. No, yeah, like, so do you see any sort of early surprises when you look at it? Is there anything that sticks out to you?
I mean, I'm surprised
you have like the number 2 RPI in D2. Calm down. You're not surprised.
True. Let's just do a quick run through. I mean, well, we mentioned this pre-recording, like Wisconsin, Green Bay, and Colby both being 25-1 and being a 4 and a 5 seed. Like, that's pretty surprising. And I mean, you can throw Minnesota in here too at 24-2 as a 5 seed. Like, that's wow, kind of crazy. I mean, I don't remember these conferences being like ones we really previewed as strong though, so I think that has a lot to do with it. When we did our like not like the one after 10 games, our episode after 10 the non-con schedule.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess that makes sense, but like still, we've seen it with like St. Edwards, right? 26-0. If you just win, like that should be worth a lot.
Yeah. If you have not lost a game on the season, that should be worth a lot. Like, there is no scenario in real college basketball where a team is sitting at 26-0 and is not projected to be one of the top seeds.
Yeah, definitely. And like, I know that these teams aren't 26-0, but like
25-1 as a 5 seed.
That's That's still really good. Yeah. I mean, like maybe a 5 seed is just like that's still considered high. I mean, but still to me, I would want more. I think I would want more if I was Colby, Wisconsin, Green Bay. Yeah, Minnesota's presidents for sure.
I
For
would
sure.
certainly feel slighted, to say the least.
Hey,
Now,
they can come get my spot, and then I can have lower expectations as
how
a 5 seed.
how many one seeds won the title last year in our tournament challenge?
Wasn't it just like Azusa? Like, wasn't that it?
Was Azusa a one? He was a one,
For sure,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, then it was just
Yeah,
Azusa. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it was just Azusa.
Like, because Washington was like a 2 seed, I want to say. And
Yeah,
South Alabama, what the heck was South? It wasn't South Alabama like
I think
an
they're
8
like,
seed or
yeah, there
something?
was something, yeah, something whack, like an 8 seed or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Um, do anything stand out to you? I'm gonna look for the other direction while you look for any
Well, so we know that V3
cases.
is really strong, right? We've already talked about that multiple times.
I mean, like
Um,
it's definitely not as strong as last season, but
Not as
it's
strong as
kind of
last season,
strong.
but I think this shows you that there's like some respect. So there's three teams from V3 currently in, right? You, Slippery Rock,
Hmm.
and me, which are the three teams that we
Hmm.
identified to be probably the most likely to promote.
Yeah,
But then on the
right, right,
bubble is littered with V3 teams.
right. Yeah, let me control V so I can get that.
There's four teams on the
Oops,
bubble from V3.
V3. Yeah, yeah, and even Jackson State on close, being down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like North Georgia, I know they have a high TPI, but like they're just a weird team. They play a 6'4" center. So
Yeah.
although he averages 10 rebounds a game, which I still don't understand. Um, yeah, Claflin, I know they have a good center. Concordia Irvine has two good big men. Columbus State has a really like a 7-foot center. So like, it's a strong conference. Like if you were to match up with any of these teams, you might be kind of scared if you just like did surface scouting. In tournament, I'm speaking. I mean, I'm not scared of them in conference.
Well, Claflin is the highest team on the bubble, and they're seventh in our conference.
Oh, that's it. Really interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
So they're seventh in conference, but they have a 562 RPI, which is better than the three teams above them, like North
Mhm.
Georgia, Concordia, Irvine, and Columbus State. So
I guess that's what is pushing them above on the bubble.
yeah,
But that's also why they're struggling to get into the in picture, Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Because I mean
But
their record is strong at 19-7. That's better than all of those three teams you just mentioned.
right.
Um, but in conference, they're just not quite getting it done.
Speaking of V3, Andrew,
Hmm.
has Maryland won a conference game yet?
Oh man, let's check. Let's check.
Has Maryland won a conference game?
What's the best way to do this?
To literally just go back to
That
rankings and
was
search
that,
V3.
that was definitely not. Well, but I'm on the wrong rankings. Our new segment called "Has Maryland won a conference game?" The answer, unfortunately, is no.
Is no.
but 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 there's hope. There's hope,
Why
right?
is there hope, Andrew? Tell us why there's hope.
Because tomorrow Maryland is at home against Holy Names, who's 2-14, is the team just above them, is almost as bad. But to be honest, I think is worse. I think is worse than Maryland.
Holy Name is pretty bad.
I mean, we can break it down.
This
Holy
is
Names, they're
clearly
tough.
the content people want.
I mean, I think so. Their top player is a 134.
Oh my. They only have two players above 130.
Yeah, they only have two players above 130. Their tallest player is 6'9" Zach Baker. He's their starting center. Who the hell is their power forward again? I just played them and I should know. Their starting power forward is a 6'1.5"
Chuck Mariani. Who plays
And like
point guard for them?
Maryland,
That's their best player, right?
Gallo is their point
So
guard.
unfortunately, their best player is the same position as Maryland's best player, point guard.
Well, but Tyson doesn't play. Tyson is redshirting, remember?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
like
Yeah.
I'm not actually sure about Maryland's starting lineup, but I do know that Randall Meeks plays. Like he's their star.
Yeah.
And
he's averaging 17 points a game.
Yeah, he's had a really good year. I think, Cough Daddy posted all conference selections, and Randall Meeks, I think, is definitely deserving of all conference at power forward.
Yeah.
Which is where he starts and plays. Yeah, I mean, I think this guy against Chuck Mariani, are you kidding me?
He should be on double green light and put everybody else on like minus, like don't shoot.
Well, I mean, Marlowe is their starting center, and I think starting center, and he's going to go up against Baker here, so he can do some damage to Baker too.
Yeah.
So it's definitely like an inside versus outside contest here, but the outside game of Holy Name is not very good.
Okay, hold on. Stan Tyson.
No one on Holy Names has a combo of 10 plus on both our outside shooting and range. That's pretty sad.
He used Stan Tyson's 5 games already.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
He should have saved him for the conference games he could have won. I don't want to see Cough Daddy go winless in conference.
I don't either. Yeah. Yeah.
I really don't.
So yeah, I mean, I honestly, when I was game planning for Maryland, I didn't really scout them that hard because they're not that good.
I didn't game plan like.
So I don't mean that to make fun of him. I just say that to mean I don't know who starts for this team other than Meeks and Barlow.
So the last time Maryland played Holy Names was on the road in the beginning of the season. They lost 51-75.
Dang! Wow, that's brutal.
Maryland, please.
Come on, I believe in you. I believe in you.
If I was Maryland, I would start my 5 tallest players and then just run the Kingsville. Go -5 offensive pace, pack the paint, and just shoot inside.
That might be a good strategy. Yeah, I mean, because this team is so short and bad inside. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Who's the 5 tallest players on Maryland?
I like
Marlowe.
I said that and then I looked and I was like, he doesn't even have 5 tall players.
Marlowe, Kirk,
Meeks.
Yeah. It's because I'm not logged in, so it's not on like an easily sortable way. I mean, then Henderson, RC's got to play. For sure.
Yeah.
Not that he's that good. He has literally nothing in 10 or above. He doesn't even have 8 or above.
Oh
my gosh. Listen, it's a rebuild project. It's gonna get better. Get better.
Yeah, he knows. Yeah, complete rebuild. We're going to like absolutely celebrate the day that Maryland is a good team again on the podcast.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Without hesitation.
I mean, Holy Names is the team I beat 90-27, so maybe I just like broke their spirits too. And then didn't you beat them pretty bad the next day or something?
I beat them. I don't remember what the final score was. 95-49. 90-27.
It's weird how this game like structures this. Like I've noticed every time we're in the same conference, you play team and then I play team, or vice versa. Like pretty consistently.
They're back to back toward at the end of the season too.
Well, duh. I mean, that's how it happens.
Yeah, you play them and I play them. So
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
He started the season 2-1, so he's probably like, "Oh, okay, it's gonna be like I can survive."
I don't think this president's logged in for a while. Yeah, I think it's like Jaw. Yeah, March 4th. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 9 days. Oh, he's a one day guy.
Yeah, 1 day.
He signed up for 1 day to take a trash team and left. Okay, well.
Yeah, misguided. Okay, so that's T2. What else?
Well, hold on, Cough Daddy. We know that Holy Names is going to do any game planning, so this is your opportunity.
Yeah.
This is your opportunity. Okay, moving on.
I thought you were going to say like to ask us, and then I was like, well, he's not here.
No, I'm just saying this is your opportunity. Like, sure, Holy Names isn't game planning. The president's AK like gone. This is your chance. This is your chance.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah. I was going to say Grambling State. I mean, anytime we look at this point, it's like double-digit losses kind of always stand out. It's like Grambling State they're the highest, or the only team in the picture with double-digit losses. So that's always kind of weird. And you kind of wonder why. It's like it must be a strong conference, I guess, right?
Yeah. Search for V2.
Wow, 5 teams in.
Yeah.
But like, I don't even, I don't know. I don't know if that's enough. I feel like even then, like they would need a strong, like really strong RPI or to like be leading their conference, you know,
I
not
mean,
leading, but like high up.
yeah, well,
37.
they're sixth in conference. They're 37,
Mhm.
and I mean that's a lot of respect.
Yeah, that's a lot of respect, especially like this point differential. Like, look at these point differentials. That's massive. And then a big drop to 96.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. Oh, this is Franklin Pierce.
That might be a reflection of like what's going on around them, but I don't know.
Mhm.
I'll tell you one
Yeah,
thing. I
yeah.
guarantee you that Wyoming and President Wyoming are very happy to be winning their conference while Washington State is in position to demote.
Ooh, yeah.
I can almost guarantee that.
Very true. For sure, for sure. Yeah, Wyoming having a good year too. I mean, that point differential, you can't let Mississippi State catch you.
Yeah.
Because they got the point differential for sure.
Just keep winning.
Yeah, but I mean, Wyoming still playing really well. I mean, there's 3 teams at 12-4 here. Colorado State, man, they were undefeated, and now they've 4 of their losses in conference. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. What else? Is there anything else that, oops, I didn't mean to click on the forum there.
Trying to show people the forum. I don't think there was anything else that really stood out in terms of like on the bubble. Most of the teams like seem like they should be on the bubble. I mean, Susquehanna
Illinois
being
15-11.
Susquehanna being 13-13, barely being 500 and being on the bubble is quite interesting.
Where the hell is Susquehanna?
Bottom right.
Wow, yeah. And I don't know. I mean, like, you know, I just pointed out Illinois being 15-11, but like V8's really strong, but like 15. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. It doesn't look like that strong of a conference, to be honest.
Is this,
I mean,
can we stop and recognize the fact that Fairleigh Dickinson Florham
that's your
was my former bot team of the week, and they are currently winning their conference.
Yeah. Wow. They're winning?
Yeah, they're 3 games up on Arkansas, who's second.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that's a lot then.
You guys, somebody should have taken this damn team.
Someone still can. Someone still can.
No, at this point, it's too cliche. I called it out early for you. I set it up. I told you that this team was poised. You didn't want to hear me. No, you just don't win the conference.
You have a good eye for talent and success, I'd say. You know?
Bro, this team's roster is trash, though. I'm so confused. It just must be size.
I mean, you pointed them out last year when they had better talent and size, and then they lost some because they didn't recruit anyone, probably.
Yeah.
Not anyone really that good. I mean, Seidel, I guess, is okay. And Freddie Green is a 6'1" center. Wow. I actually like Cuevas. Cuevas is a good player, but
yeah,
that's next year. That's the future. Yeah, I mean, it could just be size. They have 2 6'9". They have a 6'9", 6'11", seniors 130 plus each, and oh my gosh, 6'10" power forward too at 145. So like, they definitely have a lot of size.
Hayden, Livingstone, and Carson.
Dude,
and they're all starting
small forward. That'd be freaking wild.
They're all starting.
Yeah, I think Hayden is just starting small forward.
Hayden looks like he's starting at small forward, but splitting time at power forward.
Okay, he's at combo forward.
Livingston is starting at power forward, and then Carson's the starting center.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Greenwood is the starting shooting guard.
Moves to center. Green is their starting. Oh, Greenwood.
Yeah.
I gotcha. And then Sherman is their starting point guard.
Yeah,
dude. Freddie Green is their starting point guard.
Griffin is the starting point guard. Colby Griffin.
Colby Griffin. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes more sense. That makes
sense. Nice kills.
Wait. A point guard, really?
Yeah, Colby Griffin's their starting point guard.
I mean, he is better than Sherman. It's just kind of interesting.
He splits time between point and shooting guard.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. No, you have a good eye. You have a good eye for talent and success, I'd say. You know.
Just not with my own teams.
I mean, Louisiana Tech has a like RPI ranking of like 9, so they're the ones like really carrying that conference, I'd say. And I mean, not that Fairleigh Dickinson and Arkansas are like bad, but
Susquehanna is 13-13, and they're 70th in RPI, And they're still somehow on the bubble.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I would I would agree. I would agree with that. That's very
That's a weird one
odd.
to me. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe their out of conference schedule was just like ridiculous.
And they're a bot
I guess. I mean, it kind of was though. Like they played Oregon State, they played USC, who's a D1 team. Montclair, I think, I don't know how good they are this year, but they were good last year.
Yeah.
Francis Marion is an LL3 team.
I think Penn is.
I don't know if Penn is good.
I think they were LL3 though, right? Oh no, they're never mind. I'm thinking of somebody else.
I think yeah. But Penn is having a good year. Penn is having a good season.
Yeah.
Davenport, I think, is having a good season. I have no idea about UConn.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't track these things.
Glue cows.
I
mean, but UConn's having a good season. In LL5.
Yeah, they just had a tough ass schedule, I guess.
Got blown out. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Wow.
Wait, go back to that PR from Davenport.
Okay.
Davenport hires player development wizard.
I
don't know. I just think it's funny.
I remember when this president signed up. He's not there anymore. But yeah, that was pretty funny.
The Davenport Panthers. Wait, alumnus inherits top 5 program.
And then he left him.
Top 5. You can't call something a top 5 program if they're top 5 in D3.
Well, I mean, it's not technically wrong.
Yeah, I mean, top. Okay, whatever.
Just it's a little misleading, maybe.
It's misleading. Yeah, he knew what he was doing. I'm glad he's gone. Okay.
Yeah.
So finally,
shall we move to D3? Yeah.
Yeah, we should move to D3, which is the least exciting. I'm just kidding. It's the most exciting.
Well,
I love it.
Buena Vista. We talked about them last time, I think last week, maybe 2 weeks ago. And they're having a really nice season. Now projecting number 2 overall seed. Wow.
Buena Vista and President Heimtime is a listener. Heimtime is a listener. So good luck to him.
Oh, look at one of my bot teams of the week, Hudson. I don't even know if I chose him as bot team. No, I don't think I chose him as bot team, but I did preview them in early season.
When we talked about early season, when we talked about the teams to keep an eye on, you had Hassan, Sul State, and I think Hood, didn't you? Or did I have Hood?
I think I had. We definitely talked about Hood.
Yeah. I had Hood.
Who's no longer undefeated. Yeah, you had Hawaii. Yeah.
3.
Oh, so Hawaii's nice. Yeah.
There's no undefeated teams left.
Kearney, I want to shout them out because like they do good PRs first off, and they're having a really good season. 20-6. Number 2 in their conference. They're definitely fighting for the lead though. With Hawaii, so that's going to be pretty tough. So.
That was the PR that I saw that was pretty epic. Go back to it.
Oh, the profanity one?
Yeah. Coach Kaysen
did it today.
Profanity, yeah.
Oh man, yeah. And I think I think they're funny. I don't know. I don't see much profanity, right?
He used so many bad words after the loss to Missouri Southern that the person running the bleep button got a finger cramp and some of it slipped on air. When contacted, Coach Kaysen said, "I am bleeping sorry I used bleeping language. I will try not to say bleep anymore."
I like this line. The last time I experienced 10 in a row of anything, it was 10 Krispy Kreme donuts.
Come to think of it, that was just this morning.
Oh, it's incredible.
Oh man.
But like if you just read these consistently, you'll know that with Nebraska Kearney, like Terry Spears, this guy is just like killing it for them. I think he's got a lot of like doubles in a row. What?
Go down to one more PR shout out. In the UNK pulls away from NJIT, it says, Coach Kaysen was impressed with Bryant, saying, "He made me as comfortable as my hemorrhoids. Good thing Gilbert gives me relief. Maybe we should nickname him Preparation H." Oh, I love these.
Listen, and I haven't seen any profanity in these. So like, why was Coach Kaysen reprimanded? I don't see it.
Must have been the verbal.
I don't see it. Yeah. But yeah, these are great, and he's having a good year, so I wanted to shout that out. That's
Please
cool.
keep them up. If they
Wait.
continue to be that much interesting, we might have like a little mini segment on it.
Dude, yeah, for sure. I know a few of our other listeners. I mean, Northern Colorado is having a really good year. I think Ryan's Rats, or I think this is the Army's second team. So yeah, they're having a good year. Who else? Massachusetts Maritime Academy having a nice year. And I remember they were like one of those teams that you have to like, it was like that complete project, like Santa Clara back in the day, 2013. Remember that?
Oof. Oh, I remember, baby. How could I forget?
And now I know, yeah. We should relive some of those days, huh? But like, this is a very similar team. They were like really down in the dumps, and like, just through good recruiting, patience, they've started to make their way up.
Last place 14-14.
Dude, that's what they were though.
Yeah, I know. That's the best part.
I mean, like, I guess they weren't that bad. I mean, but like 120s, and this is the end of the year, so like they were probably starting out at like 110 or something,
Yeah.
Yet to promote out of VI-21. I think they got a good shot.
This is the season. Come on, Maritime.
Let's go. Yeah, so let's see who else we got. I mean, Michigan State. Hey, here we go.
I was gonna say it's always weird to see Oregon and Michigan State in like the D3 tournament bracket. Yeah.
I mean, with teams like Newbury ahead of them and stuff. No disrespect to Newbury. I mean, they're having a good season. Howard Payne, 22-4. Wow.
Hawaii 24-2.
Well, we know about Hawaii. I mean, Elmer Kane. I mean, you can't say enough about him.
You can't. Let's see what he's averaging. He's 191 SI right now.
Dang, 191. Are you kidding me?
He's averaging 18 points a game. 4 boards, 2 assists, almost 3 steals.
What position? And he's like a combo wing.
He's only giving up 34% from the field.
All right, let's look at what he's doing in conference though, because that's like against weaker competition, theoretically. Just 17 points a game, but 32% OFG.
Unleash Elmer Kane.
I mean, me, I like to balance it out, and they've got 5 guys at 12 or above. That's really balanced.
That means you have 4 other guys taking shots away from Kane. Sir.
I mean, it's true. That's true. But look at that balance and how like just how benefits them. Wow, look at this differential in point of opponent's field goal percentage.
Oof.
Holy moly.
Yeah, they're shutting teams down.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Jesus, this is insane. Yeah, I don't want to ever face Elmer Kane. Get him away from me.
Tourney sleeper. Even though they're a 5 seed, tourney sleeper.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, in basketball, that like one dominant player can take you far if you give them the double green light and make everyone else minus or something, like if they're that good, if they're that much better, like, hey, that strategy. And it wasn't even with that guy that was much better,
No, it was with a guy that most teams would never want.
Yeah.
A walk-on.
Like 10 pot. I mean, 10 pot wasn't that bad, I guess.
Anytime a walk-on can score 52 points in a single game, I'm gonna take it.
I still want verification if that's the most points by a walk-on ever, because I think it probably is.
It kind of has to be. There's no way. How often does anybody even score 52 in a game?
Right. Yeah. How often does anybody score 52? How often will someone like prioritize a walk-on doing it? Like,
yeah.
And like the bot is not making those settings, for double plus green light, like everyone else on minus all outside shooting.
Why don't you just pull up Arnie?
All right, sure.
Arnie Daniels.
This is the real content.
Why is it in your search bar?
Listen, my computer just saves everybody, and so it can I just have to start typing the name in. All right. Yeah, Arnie Daniels, 52 points. I mean, what do you want? Do you want me to click on the game or something?
Click on it.
Okay. But y'all didn't know that could happen.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, first of all,
incredible.
52 points on 28 shots is efficient as hell.
Yeah, for sure.
That's efficient as hell. Yeah, he played all 40 minutes, but that's efficient.
Shout out Angel Jimenez, the 12 pot.
We don't shout out anybody else.
12 pot. But Julius Booker hates his time in Santa Clara. He wishes he went somewhere else.
Then he should have gone somewhere else, or
Julius Booker carried you for some.
He did. After Daniels left, he did. He got his fair due. But he's not a walk-on who scored 52.
But he hates this slander.
And this is a game where he went 8 for 16 from 3. His career high in 3-pointers is 14.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't find that box score.
I know.
You can't click that. Points is the only one. I wish the other ones were you were more able to do that.
Yeah.
Arnie Daniels.
Arnie, he's a monster. I mean, he shot 37.5% from 3 on 13.7 threes attempted per game that season. But just pure savage.
How did the Houston Rockets not draft him?
Honestly. He's a mini Iverson. Let's be real.
I mean, he's got a completely different set than Iverson. It's honestly like Harden.
That's a bit of a stretch. Harden can drive.
Well,
Arnie doesn't drive.
Arnie doesn't. Well, he's not Iverson then.
Wait, go back and pull up that shot chart.
What shot? You mean the game? And then
from
go
his
to the
game?
chart?
Yeah. Pull up his shot chart.
Hold on, I have to.
Yeah. It's worth it.
It's not showing. I don't think it keeps it.
No,
because it's old.
That hurts my
heart.
heart.
Everyone's just staring at a white screen.
That hurts my heart.
Just staring at us.
That's okay. They don't need to see a bunch of green O's and red X's near the 3-point line. It's fine.
This is the part where everyone can skip. Y'all get to skip earlier too. I'll put in the timestamps.
They probably could have skipped the entire freaking show.
Yeah, this one definitely got off the rails, which is totally fine.
It did. We're both tired.
This show is for us, guys.
Yeah, I mean, we're the hosts.
This was not very analysis heavy, which is totally fine.
We need the shows where we're just gonna speak.
Yeah. I don't know. D3 is always weird though. It's hard to it's hard to analyze it. Yeah.
If the challenge showed us anything from D3 last year, it was that D3 is not worth analyzing because it's going to be insane.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, you on the bubble, you have a 20-6 team here, but you also have a 15-11 team. What?
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense.
A 21-5 Monmouth team. Oh my gosh!
Last season, nobody had any picks right past the second round. In our challenge.
Yeah.
What?
I know. I don't know. The one team I was looking at though, Arkansas Pine Bluff being at 15-11. Sorry, I should share my screen again.
Yeah. Where's
being 15-11 in the picture?
Oh.
Decently in the picture too.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
That is pretty weird. Is VI7 particularly strong? No. It's Oregon, them, and Maine, who's out.
Which I guess for D3, having two teams in the picture, means you're a strong conference. I don't know. I mean, that's very interesting.
VI12 has 3.
Mm-hmm.
Between
what was that conference again? That was all crazy. I think it was 27, right?
VI27.
That had a ton of teams. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. And then we said 7 for this one. VI7. So Oregon, Pine Bluff, or Little Rock, and then Pine Bluff actually. So Little Rock's not even in the tournament picture, but they're 46 in RPI. So that means they're not very good in the conference.
Yeah, because Maine was on the bubble or out. Maine was out.
Yeah, Little Rock sits in 8th in the conference.
Oh,
So they're behind. They're way behind. Yeah.
look at
Wow.
how much better of an RPI they have than all of the teams above them.
Yeah. That's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
And then yeah, 27 was the other one. I mean, like this is definitely a conference worth talking about because like 1, 4, 13, 18. That's pretty crazy.
VI 12.
What's VI 12? Is VI 12 good too?
Yeah, VI 12 is good.
8. Oh, okay. UC Irvine at 8.
I just want to shout
24
out the
Montana
haters.
State. No, but like I think you're legitimate. That like 3 in the top 35 is like
Yeah, but
good.
look at the rest of it.
Hey, you know.
you know.
Oh, only one team in the tournament picture. Really?
For what? For VIA?
No, sorry, 12.
Yeah, 12.
12 was what we were looking
Yeah,
at.
3.
3. Okay.
All 3 teams that stand to promote right now.
All these numbers get jumbled up in my head. You know, we said 8, it was their ranking, and then I got mixed up with the conference number.
At this point, who knows, right? Who knows?
Yeah, no, I mean, here's the thing with like doing this podcast this early, like it's nice to talk about and preview and show, but like it's so early, things are going to change a lot. And you know, it's like there's so many factors like we talked about, conference standing, RPI, that like it's just going to mess it all up. In literally tomorrow, it will change like half of it will just be turned upside down.
I feel like, so in order of the like how static it's going to remain from the next time we do this again, it'll be LL or like Division 1, right? Because all those top teams are usually going to stay pretty high in RPI. They're not going to be a ton of movement. Even if you move down a few spots, then if you're in Legends, right, then it doesn't really matter all that much. Division 2 is going to have a little bit more movement than D1 will, but then D3 is just all over the place because there's more conferences in D3 than there are spots for everyone. And so if you fall from 2nd to 3rd in your conference, you could just be completely out of the picture while somebody else just comes in. It's like D3 is just weird like that.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, because in terms of like conference races, like all of the races are relatively the same. I mean, obviously not completely, but like, you know, no, sorry. like one game of difference in a D3 conference is the same as one game of difference in a D1 conference is what I mean.
Okay, that's very much better stated, more eloquent.
And
every conference race is the same, but they're not.
Shut up. But a loss in D3 or D2 can, like one loss can change so much more. Like it happens so much faster, and there's such a smaller margin for error, like you said, compared to D1 and especially high level D1 conferences. So like, I think, I mean, we know that to be true with what you said with D1 just being more static, but like, I think it's interesting to think about that in those terms, in terms of the conference, because, you know, one game of difference in no matter what the conference, no matter what the level, like is the same, but in terms of what it means in the tournament picture, it can completely change so much.
Yep, I agree.
So, I mean, obviously the answer is just to keep winning, like, you know.
Yeah, just keep winning, and then all your problems will go away.
I mean, okay, I'll try.
Gosh, this guy. I really hope that you talk all this mess, right? Get so excited and everything, win the conference, get to tournament, and lose in the first round. It's probably not likely, but it's going to be hilarious.
I told you I'm going to throw the last game of the season, at least the regular season. And if we meet in the conference tourney, you know,
you're not throwing any games.
Maybe some guys just get a little, you know, their butts glued to the bench. I don't know.
I mean, you could rest guys for conference tourney. Nobody cares. But I'm saying when the national tourney comes around and everybody picks us to be in, well, probably you, not me this time because they learned their lesson, but picks one of our teams to be in the Final Fours, and then their whole bracket is busted after week 1 or after day 1.
Day one, and
their entire half their Final Four is gone.
What can you
Chaos.
say? What can you say?
Just don't.
I
Just
mean,
if you're gonna choose a team of ours to go far in the bracket this year, just don't choose mine, please. I don't want that pressure.
I mean, I'm saving Bruce Spann at least one of his games, definitely one of his games, maybe both. I don't know. I feel like I got to play him against Slippery Rock to avenge the loss that I had earlier.
You're gonna save him for the tourney, right?
I'm gonna save for the national tournament for one game, yeah. And I think I'll just say it now. If I make the Elite Eight, I'm putting him in that game to like make it into the Final Four.
Okay.
I gotta make it there first. Obviously,
you should just save him for 2 games.
I might.
Even if you, who cares if you lose both to Slippery Rock?
I gotta see how close they are to me, because winning the conference title is important though.
Well, yeah, winning the regular season conference, yeah, for sure, and they're a game off of you, so I guess
yeah,
you can look at that when the time comes.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I have the big point differential advantage, but things happen, dude. I might lose to Santa Clara. Nah, that ain't happening. Never mind.
That game is in 8 days against Slippery Rock.
Oh crap! Really? Okay. Game plan time.
We might get you. You never know. Last home game of the season.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
Right now, Right now you're the 1 and I'm the 3, which means
we would have to meet in the title game.
Yeah.
Let's keep it that way.
Let's just get there.
Don't drop the 4. Don't drop the 4.
I can't. There's 3 teams on my ass though: Columbus State, Concordia, Irvine, and North Georgia. Yeah, but really it's just North Georgia because the other 2 have really bad point differentials, and I have like a 32 point differential lead on North Georgia.
So, yeah.
Let's hope they lose tomorrow.
All right. Is there anything else to talk about?
No, we've already rambled on
off recording.
We've already rambled on long enough. I think we've touched everything we wanted to. Again, the most important result of tomorrow is Maryland beating Holy Names. So at 9 a.m. when I check the scores tomorrow, Terps. I expect to see a Terps win.
They'll still be at the bottom of the standings, unfortunately.
It doesn't matter.
But they won't have a 0. They won't have a 0.
Are they? They're not even bottom of the RPI, are they? In the whole, they are. Oh no.
Are they really? Are they what is it?
256.
I don't even know. 256.
Yeah, they're the very bottom at 381. Oh. University of Ozarks is 0 and 26, and they're like 11 spots higher. East Tennessee State is 0 and 26, and they're 242. Wait,
listen, I tried to not beat Maryland by that much, help them out a little bit, things happen.
How is Central College 11 and 15 and they're 230? They beat the worst teams and lose to the good teams? Like that's so weird.
It's maybe a bad conference too.
It has to be a bad conference. But it's just weird to have double-digit wins and be one of the worst.
This is the real analysis.
25 teams in the whole freaking division.
This is good analysis down here. Oh my gosh, look at D3.
Oh, South. Oh. Finlay.
This is hilarious. Hey,
there's
remember
4
when
teams that are winless? Virginia
Tech. Remember when Kingsville and Michigan Tech were down here?
That's how we decided to take them over. I literally searched by RPI, went to the very bottom of the table, and then found the worst team. And it was Texas A&M Kingsville.
I think I chose Michigan Tech by rating. Not that they were good in RPI either.
No, but Michigan Tech has some pieces.
Yeah, I remember.
No, one piece, I think. One piece.
Pieces, yeah.
That's how we decided to take Michigan Tech in Kingsville. We went to the very bottom of the table in D3 and then took them over.
Will Willamette ever win? Oh, no, that's a good question.
That's a good question. Didn't Willamette didn't they just land a top recruit last season?
I don't know, did they? No, because they haven't landed a recruit in like
never mind.
3 years.
Maybe they were in on too many recruits.
I think they were in on Richard Love.
Oh,
they had Bill Love. They got Bill Love.
They got Bill Love, walk on. They only have 2 scholarship players.
That's
go to their recruiting.
That's Richard Love's younger, not younger, like his twin, but very much smaller.
So
worse at basketball.
So I get he's the not Blake Griffin, but what was his brother's name? Taylor Griffin.
Taylor Griffin,
The guy that gets a scholarship.
Brother.
This guy that gets a scholarship and a roster spot because he's a Griffin.
Well, Taylor Griffin was like good still, but like I think they have a third brother who like is not.
Okay, so LiAngelo Ball.
Yeah.
yeah, LiAngelo Ball. What was I gonna say? I understand why Portland named Richard Love Richard Whole Lot of Love, but I would have 100% Richard. I would have done Richard Dick Love.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's a layup. Like
here, let's go look at it. Wait, where'd he go?
You're searching Glover, sir.
Well, because it's dumb how it does the searching thing. Oh, he's not from Portland. I thought he was actually from Portland.
Happy Valley.
So they can't be twins, unfortunately.
He's a 180 SI true sophomore.
Yeah.
He went 144. Remember when we were concerned about his development his senior year?
Yeah, because his freshman year was only like 8, right?
Yeah,
that's not good. 12 is not outstanding for a 15 pot.
And then 11.
I mean, I know the pot is like it's really just the ceiling. Like theoretically, it's just ceiling. We like to think of it as like pretending to growth, right? But like it's technically not. Because he was already so good, he was already so close to ceiling because he couldn't rise that much. But then he gets a plus 25.
I don't remember who it was that I saw the other day. I think I leaked in the Discord. They got like a plus 31.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember who it was, but it was like a plus 31. Oh, it was I like searched the top players. I think it was not the Mexican kid. What was his name?
I mean, Cordero. Was it Cordero? Because he is like he got a plus 31 or something like that. The international guy.
Yeah, it might have been Guillermo Cordero. Yeah, he's Mexican, right? Yeah, 111 to 137, 137 to 168. Yeah, that's who it was.
Yeah, 31. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Geez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. Because you were looking at Colorado in conference for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was waiting for it.
What?
For you to stop on your guy.
I didn't even consciously do that. You're correct. What else? I don't know. We're just talking now. We're just
where do you think Banning is gonna?
Ralph Banning? Because I have a Banning. I like my Banning.
No, not your Banning. Ralph Banning.
What's he at currently? Is he like 141? Is that right?
Is he? Let me see.
We're talking about number 1 recruit.
Hasn't signed.
Class.
He's at 158.
Ralph Banning, who has not signed yet still. This is the recruiting battle. Everyone wants to be solved to number 1.
Yeah.
And everyone is hot on him. He's a 158. Wow, jeez.
He's got five teams
so that are high on him.
Love. Yeah, he's gonna be better than Love for sure. Like, imagine if this guy has a plus 25 pop in his freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be like 180.
Dude, could we be looking at like
plus
a 250 player?
Jeez, I mean, a 15 pot, you never know. I mean, we could be looking at. One thing that I was curious about, and I'm not sure because I don't think we've ever seen it or not, but if a player's reached 200 while they were still in Hardwood, I know they do it like when you look at pro players and stuff. But has anybody reached 200 while still like playing college?
Well, I mean, here's Brent Roberts.
Oh, okay, yeah, 202. So 202. Like, but how common?
Obviously, it's rare. Wait, yeah. I
did he just have a click in? What was his recent player depth? Was it like a plus 3 or something?
Yeah, plus 2, I think.
Plus 2. Okay, so he was at 200. Okay.
He was at 200. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Jeez.
I wonder how common of a occurrence that is then. I mean, reasonably, Banning could pass 202 in like 2 seasons. if he had a developmental monstrous, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if Moorhead lands him with his coach being an 18 in dev.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He could be 200 plus as a true sophomore.
Ew, yikes. don't even. I'm gonna be in Morehead's conference next season. I don't want that.
Aren't they competing to promote? Oh
Are
no,
they
they're
competing to
demoting.
promote? I
They're
think they're
demoting.
demoting. Oh, so I'm not going to be in their conference because they're going to be down. I'm going to be up. You don't listen. You don't listen. Or maybe
Oh,
he does.
Arkansas
I forget. Didn't
State.
he message you once?
He did message me once. Well, he messaged me a day after the episode that we dropped, talked about his team and said, "Hey man, can you talk about any of the top teams, including mine?" And then that was when I was like, all right, like I already don't like you and your team, but so yeah. Anyways, all right, let's end this. This is garbage.
We should have ended so long ago.
We really should have.
Uh,
Syracuse Orange hired Trey Young as president.
Wow, that'd be wild if it was really Trae Young. Oops,
He's a one-day visitor.
Of course, of course.
Of course. Okay, let's end this because I'm gonna go get In-N-Out for dinner.
Ooh, nice. Give me
Yeah.
some.
Yeah, double.
I mean, I
Double
would,
grilled
but
onions.
you don't actually have to. I don't like grilled onions.
I'm not gonna
actually.
drive In-N-Out 30 minutes to you.
I also like live almost next to one.
Yeah, what the hell?
Dude, the drive-through sucks though.
It does. Like this one, because it's a campus one, like it's at least 25 to 30 cars every time I go.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that for
Oh,
sure.
I'm gonna do it right now.
I mean, I would go at better times. But this is not a bad time.
I don't want to eat too late. Yeah. Double gonna be
Yeah.
sitting in my stomach while I sleep. Hello.
Okay, I'm gonna probably have to edit this down, unfortunately.
No, don't leave it raw. If people don't want to listen to this, then they stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sign off.
All right. This is the Solo Podcast Idiots should have signed off probably an hour ago. But we will talk to you later this week. Peace out, guys. Bye.